Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. So still have this written on my whiteboard. This is an invitation if anybody is interested in taking a scrapbooking adventure for the year of 2023. You will get 6 months of paper products from me if you use this host code HR9W7T3V and order the basic black album, the variety pages, and the new alphabet olive mode dies. You need to use this host code because that gives me credit with Stampin' Up! To purchase a lot of the paper products. The classes will start in February, the last Sunday of the month. Every month I will have a special video on YouTube. Some might be live events. I'm still trying to figure that out. So I don't want to do a whole lot of this. I've done a video on this. If you are interested in purchasing from me, especially with Celebration, you not just get free things from Celebration, you'll get free retired DSP packages from me also, because I have quite a bit to give away. So enough with that. Let's get on with this project, because we are going to make 3 cards. So this is something I've seen a few videos on YouTube called a DSP shuffle technique. So like I said, we're going to do 3 cards. We're featuring the Country Bouquet and the Dandy Designs. So this month in January, this will be the 3rd video using the Country Bouquet. I hope I didn't say boutique earlier. If I did, I apologize. Country Bouquet bundle. I'm not using the DSP that currently goes with this because I want to show you some of I've been focusing on the Dandy Designs DSP from Celebration, and that's what we are going to be focusing on. It is a massive pack of DSP. I've already given some away, but it has tons and tons of paper. Just flip through there if I can here, and I'll show you which designs we're using. I'm still going to be using those for my other classes coming up, just because there's so much. I'm not going to waste it. So something else I want to share with you. So like I said, January, I'm focusing on the Country Bouquet. I'm going to try to do this each month. I like to post my videos on Saturdays. And so every month I'm going to work on one for my Saturday videos. They will all be using the same either bundle or stamp set. So I'm going to give you a peek at what's coming up for the month of February. Because this is kind of Valentine's. For February, I'm going to be using the Lucky Clover. And yes, I'm going to be using the same Dandy Designs paper. They got some great greens in there that will make great cards with that. And then, so that's going to be February. March is going to be the Easter Bunny bundle with the Starling Little Bunnies and the Easter Bunny Punch. And then April's, for right now I have scheduled, is the Petal Park bundle. And can't wait to do these projects. I just have so much on my brain right now that I want to do. So let's get on with this video's technique. So let's see. What are we going to be doing? I have some things laid out. I'm going to show you 2 of the card samples I have done. This is just basic white soft sea foam and the DSP from the Dandy Designs, which is free, using that Country Bouquet for you with love. The inside, this is so faint, it needed to be a bit darker, but it does the job. This one, I love that we are friends. I think this is a great one. And each card is a little different, and a little different on how I did them. Now I am using this seam binding ribbon that's in soft seafoam because it suits so well with these soft, subtle colors. So first thing we're going to do is, I'm not going to show you how to cut the DSP yet because there's several ways you can do it. I'm going to show you several different ways. We're going to start by punching our hearts for all 3 cards. I want to get that done and out of the way. So I just have some scrap paper, and I even had to stick a note on there for me. So let's see. Here we go. Here is my, move those aside. Those are the measurements for one of the ways. So here we go. We're using fresh freesia. And we have the outline heart. I have used literally almost every stamp set in this stamp set. The only thing I haven't used yet is this one, and this one. And we could add those in if I had enough blocks to do so. But let's get started with our hearts. Love this. It is a distinctive heart image, and I already missed inking that up. So we just flip it over. That's what's so great about stamping. There are 2 sides to the paper. So there's one heart, and let's see, we need 3 of these. So I'm going to stick another one here and another here. So there are my 3 hearts for the 3 cards. I'm going to set that ink block well away from us, and we're going to just pop these out real quick. I did a lot of prep work on things that we needed, but I wanted to show you that's that simple. It's so awesome. I love a punch, y'all. Okay. My first order from the new catalog, which you know I did not order until everybody else in the world could order. I didn't do a pre-order. I waited, but everything I ordered, because I put 3 orders in already. Everything I ordered was punches, the punch bundles. All the ones I liked so much I ordered. And I don't know why I'm having a hard time lining this one up. There we go. So we need that. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of the little petal ones. And did I lose my other heart? There's a set of hearts. We're going to set these aside so we don't lose them. I'm only going to do 1 set of leaves, as I'm thinking we might use that on our 3rd project, which I didn't do a sample for. So here are my leaves. We're going to do soft sea foam, but we are going to stamp off. And then, I'm trying to think. I bet I could use this. So we're going to do, let's see. Trying to figure out how to get that in the punch. I'm not sure. Nope, we're just going to go for it this way. All right, we're just going to put it stamp off, stamp white, fuss, and must. We're not going to do that. So, and I did stamp it upside down. Silly me. Let's try again. Paper is going this way. 1 more time. 3rd time's the charm, right? We don't want to do it the way I just did it. There are my leaves. You can see it right there. It is. Lines up. Just got to give it a quick punch. The heart, we could actually use that. And I'm not kidding. We will use it. Okay, so I have some leaves. And I'm going to leave that little heart because we're going to use that. So now that we have our punching done, we are going to get on to the technique part of this, which is cutting our DSP. So several ways you can do this. You can cut individual squares. Now for my method, I'm using the first method, which I've seen people do on other YouTube videos, is you have a stack of 4 different DSP designs. You don't need 4. You can do with 3 if those are the patterns you shown, and I'm going to show you how I did that. You'll get 3, yes, you'll get 3 cards out of this, but I also have more down there. So these here are cut to 3 3/4 by 4. Now 3.5 by 4 3/4. The reason being is because my layer, which I like, of soft seafoam here is 5 by 3 3/4. So you needed it a little smaller to get that nice little border in there. So that's why I went with the 3.5 by 4 3/4. Now to start off with, you can see my little measurements here, my little guide. You are going to need to cut a strip long ways that is 1 and 1 1/4. Let me get those stuck together. If I can keep them stuck together, that sometimes they just don't, again, they moved. All right, so that is the only frustrating thing about this, I will be honest. All right, so now we need to turn it, because we need, just to do one cut, you either cut it 1 1/4 by 2 3/4, and that will leave you with this, or you cut this, and I'm going to cut this at the 2 mark, and it will leave us, the other one will be right where it's meant to be. So we have that one, and we have this one. Next is the rest of our portion of our DSP. And we already know it's going to be at the 2 1/4 right here. So we need to turn it, and this time we're going to cut it at 3. And there you have it. There's that one and that one, and I'm going to lay them out. And we are going to do some trimming on one of them just to make it a little different. So I'm going to move my cutter, and you're going to see our stacks. So here we have that stack, this stack, and this stack. And then you simply shuffle them around. You get them all laid out, and you'll see the different DSP. Now here, same thing. Is what I've done. And how you get that, that's 1 card. It's an extra card for this. So I'm going to take my little templates off that tell me, I'm going to keep these little guys together. So now you need to decide how you want your card to go. So there's 1, 2, 3, because I cut up 3. So there's enough for 3. There's 4 if you want. You can flip them over. In fact, we can do them just like that. Now for our bottom half, hopefully you guys can see these. So for this bottom half, let's say we're going to do purple on that one. Purple with this one. This one we're going to go sideways. We're going to do the polka dots. Next, we have these 3 strips, and you want a different design for each one. So I'm going to put that one up there, this one here, and that one's getting that one. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. This one's turned landscape. These are portrait. This is the one that's missing, and this is, we got to figure out something here. I'm like one of those, we got to just do a little paper shuffle here. That's why it's called that, I suppose. There's that one. Now this one is solid. This, there we go. So you can see there's 1 card, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And we only use 3 pieces of DSP, and we got 3 cards. If you use 4, you're going to get enough to do 4 cards. I have my 4th card here, but we're not using it, just to show you how you can work the DSP designs. All right. So let me set these aside. We are going to use I'm going to layer these all up with each other and set them in a little pile. We're going to do our first card. And it doesn't matter which pattern I choose there. So I'm choosing, let's see, one card base. That's for the third card. I have stuff in here. This is the one I needed. So I'm also bringing in, you'll see on this card here is the one we're going to do. I have the rectangle postage punch, and I punched it of soft sea foam. We are going to stamp our sentiment. I love that we are friends, and we are going to use the Label Me Fancy punch to do that one. So let's do that, and I'm looking for my scrap paper. One of these should work. Let's see which one is going. That's it right there. In fact, I'll just punch it out and then stamp. So fresh freesia again. I think we can do without the mat for this. It's just, yep, it worked out just fine. So that is going on our rectangle postage punch. Now for our card base. So I have a basic white card base that is 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of soft sea foam, and this is 3 3/4 by 5. Then I have a piece of basic white, again, that is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And that is what we are going to glue our pieces onto. So we have them like we want them. Here we go. And I'm going to work with my larger bottle of Tombow. Maybe get it started here. Now I'm going to start this one up in the corner, and I'm gluing it directly on the basic white. I just wanted a little something stiff, so when I tie my ribbon around it, it has something to hold on to. That's why we're doing it this way. So next, we know this piece goes down at the bottom. There we have that piece. Next, we are going with this piece here, because we don't want the same colors next to each other. We want that little bit of variation, almost quilting it like. So here's our last piece. You can either do that one or the white, but I'm choosing to use this plaid. All right, so we have that down. Yes, it's nicely done. So next I'm bringing in that soft sea foam ribbon. You can use any ribbon you choose, any DSP you choose. This is just my choice because I have it on and I think it goes well. So I just gave it roughly 1 inch on each side and cut. And I'm going to use my handy dandy friend Scotch tape here. 2 pieces. We're almost making it look like a Christmas present here. So this is going to cover those seams. So there's 1 strip, and here's 2 strips. Got it? Next, nope, this is not that card. Yikes. Nope, this is it. What happened here? Oh, my. All right, we're going to make this work. We are going to put a piece here, like I said, 1 inch on each side of it. It's just going to come out a little different, but it's still going to work. Why not? I can see where I went wrong. Oh, I have enough. I can change it. Let's change it. I have an extra set. All right, y'all. For some reason, I went boo-boo on this thing. Do I want to change it or just flip it over and start again? We're going to flip it over and put our pieces where I want them to go. And I don't know how. I aligned it improperly. So we're going to go with just like the one I just did. This is going up here. It's a good thing I had those extra pieces cut right. When you're doing multiple cards, sometimes you get it messed up. So we're going to choose that side. Now this one, see, that is not going to work. I need this piece right here. And there we have it. Finally. Now we can add our ribbon to it. And the ribbon, you see, is going to go this way and then that way. So let's start again. This is the shorter piece. 2 pieces of tape, please. So we're making sure that the ribbon comes here and there, and it does. Hopefully you can see that. It just goes over both of them. This piece goes this way. Kind of like wrapping a Christmas present, like I was saying, before I found out that I started laying it the wrong way. So there we have it. And next it's going to get popped up on dimensionals to put on our, so we're going to stick 2 in the middle. And then I'm going to use these side pieces. Oops. We got to chop a few more. There's one. There's the corner piece. Another corner piece. I'm not sure about that. This one there. This one here. There. There. And why not add another there just to use it up. So we're going to remove all these, lay them onto our soft sea foam, and then we're going to glue the soft sea foam onto our basic white card base. And at the end, I'm going to show you how to do this, but make your own DSP using these wonderful stamps, which that's probably where I will end up using. So there we have it. Let me get all these little dimensional backings on. So now we get to glue this piece to our card base. And I like that nice wide 1/4 of an inch border all the way around. I think it frames it really nicely. So here's the card. It's just flipped upside down, but it's going to be great because now we're going to put our sentiment. you know, I got to do it a little different. This one is going to go right here, and how I did that is I just added glue in the 4 corners and placed it right over where the ribbon crossed. Now this we are going to pop up on dimensionals. I'm just going to use that large one there because I think it needs it. The other one, my sample, was flat on purpose. We have our 2 hearts, which we are going to place on mini dimensionals here. So this larger heart is going to get 3, and the wee little one is going to get 1. And we have to do the inside. So 1 heart, 2 hearts for friends. And we definitely need bling. So let's see what we have. I really like these. I think I will use those for all of my cards. And I'm going to follow what I did on my other card. This one is just reverse. 1 here in the corner. 1 up here. 1 down here, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then I'm going to take a larger one for here and another small one for this heart. And so we have 5 total. That is, you know, sometimes I have an even number, but this time it is going to be that odd number. And I like that it starts off 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The inside of the card, let me put the lid on this one, is going to have the Happy Valentine's Day. I'm just picking up my stamp. Let me show you what we've done for the inside. So we're going to repeat this here. We are going to start with the Fresh Freesia. And I'm not going to worry about having my Stampin' Pierce mat right now. Happy Valentine's Day. Now I am going to bring in the Stampin' Pierce mat because we're going to need it for our hearts. Let's see, I need the soft seafoam. Going to move the Fresh Freesia. We're going to do this big old block here. And I'm just, there is this cutout right here in the heart, and it tends to go right there where the day is. I like that. And then I'm going to go a little different. This was a petal pink, but I think I'm going to choose to do Mango Melody. It's one of the colors in the card, and I just kind of like the idea of doing this flower differently. And I'm going to stamp off, though. I'm going to make it light. So I'm going to stamp off, and then this nestles in here. You can see your openings. Oh, so love it. I'm going to do my little hearts here in the petal pink. And then I'm going to outline them. I'm going to stamp them off first. I want them nice and light. And then they have an outline image, which we are going to do in the melon. What is it? Melon Mango. Mango Melody. And that is our first card. We could have done, should have outlined the heart in the Mango Melody. That would have been cool. So card number 1, done. I'm going to set those aside and close our ink pads just for a moment so they don't get on our perspective card projects. and bring in my second set of DSP. So we're going to have to, where is it? Not that one, this one. So this one, we are not using that extra piece of basic white. We are just using same elements, basically, the rectangle postage in soft seafoam, this piece here, which now we're going to trim these down. This is the little hairy part and how you can vary these once you get them. I took this. So right now it's at 3 3/4 because it was easier to cut them all at one time. I'm going to take it down by 1/4 of an inch. Let me measure just to make sure, but I'm sure that's what I did. So now it's going to come down to 3.5 by 4 3/4. So 3.5 by 4 3/4. You can see that fits there nicely. It's just going to give us a little bit wider of a border. And now all of these, I am going to take, measured just to make sure I got it right. I am taking, yes, 1/8 of an inch off all of these. So this is going to be 1 1/8. And I'm taking 1/8 of an inch off just of one end. So you see, I'm just sliding it over 1/8 of an inch. So there's that one. Repeat, this is 1 1/4, take it down to 1 1/8. Turn it. It's at 2. We wanted it 1 7/8 now. We're just varying our pieces of DSP to get just a little bit different of a look. So this is 1 3/4. Take it down by 1/8. Flip it around. Down by 1/8. One last one. Because this is going to give us the space to show that soft seafoam through how we arrange them. You'll see this in a second. So down 3 to 2 7/8, and that's all I did. Just want to show you a variation of how to do these cards. Where is my soft seafoam? So here is my soft seafoam. Here is my card sample. So we're going to lay these out. This one goes here. That's there. This one turns over, and this is, wait a minute, there we go. So let's get these glued down. I'm going to start in one corner, leaving roughly 1/8 of an inch border on the soft seafoam. So you start in one corner, and that's going to lay the foundation for the rest of the card. Next, I'm going to go up to the top. Now I'm going to leave about 1/8 of an inch in between this piece I'm putting, just like so. And you can see now I'm getting that little bit of soft seafoam peeking through the others. Next, I'm going to start with this longer strip that is now 1 1/8 inches. There we go. And this one, we can choose either side. I'm going to choose the square side, just because I can. So there we have it. And it's the same thing. I just trim them down so I get that little bit of a border in there. And next, we need the soft seafoam ribbon. Where'd you go? Because now we're going to tie this all the way around and give ourselves a nice bow. And this lays so nicely on a card. I don't mind it. I am not usually a ribbon person, but for this, I am. I liked it. So I am bringing my knot right here where this meets. That's where I want my bow to be placed. Now you could do it this way or do it the other way. It's up to you on however you want to put your bow. You could, you know, tie it around with glue dots, tape, and then make a bow and stick it on there. I'm tying it. It's thin enough ribbon. It really does make a really nice soft laying bow for mailing, and it's so pretty. There's one, and I'm just going to pull them together so I get roughly even and cut them. You can see I pulled them together, and I'm going to cut them at the same time, and that way they're even. So this is card number 2. It's not hard at all. I am going to add a glue dot, which is not in my, just to stick underneath the knot of the bow. I just want to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm just moving this aside, putting the glue dot down, popping the backing off of it. Let's see, there we go. And now it's not going to move anywhere. So once again, adjust that down there. This is going to come down here in the lower corner. Our rectangle postage punched out of soft seafoam. There we go. And next we are going to do some stamping. So I have this wee little scrap, which is a 1/2 inch. And this is just a little shy of that, leaving about a 1/8 of an inch, just like we did the 1/8 of an inch all the way around. We're going to stamp on this. We're going to stamp for you. Yes, for you. Where are you? And we're going to use fresh freesia. And then we're going to cut it. For you. I'm going to leave the fresh freesia out because we're going to need that in a second. Right now, we're just cutting the for you. And it's about 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to be bringing that right back here. We're going to pop this on it and then pop this up on dimensionals after we cut it. So I'm just gluing it down to its little strip here. Bringing in that guillotine and just eyeballing it. Yep, that will work. So next we need With Love, which we're going to use the same little strip that we just did. And I think I can do this without my Stamp and Pierce mat. With Love. And I'm not done yet. We're going to cut this off. Now we're not going to back the With Love because it's going to stand out on the heart. So there's our With Love. And we already have our hearts done. So we need dimensionals for these. So we need one on the wee little heart, 3 wee ones on the large heart, 1 behind the W, not on the love because the love's going to be glued down, and we need 2 on the For You. So quite a bit of little dimensionals, but it makes the card look very nice. So I'm putting the For You right there. The wee little heart going right there. Then the large heart, let's see, is going right here to the right on that. Peel off that, add just a tad of glue right there behind the love. And there you have it. Now we're just going to pop that down on our card base. And I'm not putting any glue where the ribbon is, just where the ribbon isn't. Now before I go and put any bling on it, we're going to stamp the inside. So let me open her up and you're going to see Happy Valentine's Day. So we are going to do that here, and I'm going to do a little different on this one. I am going to choose Petal Pink, and these hearts here, let me move this, I'm going to need to stamp off. So stamping off, and I'm going to stick it right between Valentine's and Day, and I really like that. So that is card number 2. Oh, bling. Have to add the bling. We need a little bit of sparkle on this project. So let's see. Let's use one of these great big ones. Like that. We're going to do a medium size. No, we're going to do a small one on this heart. And then a medium one right there. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Set those aside. Now we're going to work on making our own DSP. So bring in, we definitely need the Stampin' Pierce mat. And let me show you, because then we're going to cut it. So I have the same elements we used on the other cards. I have the soft seafoam base. I have the soft seafoam rectangle postage punch, my note. Now this is where we're going to stamp our DSP. So now we have to cut this. And I'm going to show you why I have my little template. Okay, so let's bring out my guillotine. Let me move my cards. Yikes, running out of room on this desk with all my stuff out here. So it's really simple. I have my card, my basic white piece of cardstock at 3.5 by 4 3/4. Let me make sure that's not the same as the soft seafoam. Otherwise, we're going to trim it down too. Nope. Okay. Just making sure before I get started. We are simply going to cut at the 1 1/4 inch. We're going to cut that long strip off. We're going to turn it sideways, and it's easy for me just to cut at the 2-inch mark, but you can cut it 2 3/4. So there's those 2 pieces. So we have this piece, which is already at 2 1/4. We need to turn it and cut it at 3. And now we can start making our own DSP. And this stamp has great, let's see, this goes here. Great stamps to do something like this. So actually they're going to go this way because that's kind of how I like them. So we are going to start out with the soft seafoam, the green leaves. We're going to start with this one. And this is going to go on our largest piece, which is the 2 1/4 by 3. So this one is going to be our lightest, our starting point. We're going to start here. Then I'm going to turn it this way and do it one more time. Okay, so that's the starting point. Next, we're going to bring in that Petal Pink. I'm going to move my soft seafoam because I'm not done with it. Let me just find a safe place. Last time I used Mango Melody. This time we're going to use the Petal Pink. And I'm not sure, do I want it? No. I'm going to go light. So we're going to do this again, Stamp Off. We're going to line this up in the openings and stamp. It's okay if it's not perfectly aligned. I got to turn it back around where the heart was again, Stamp Off, and looks to be right about there. All right, so there's one piece of our DSP done. Let's go to the next, which is this wee little one. And I am going to stamp little hearts, pale little hearts, Stamp Off on this one. And I'm going to make them go different directions. A little time consuming, but that's okay. I don't, those are too close together. So let's go at an angle. Let's try that. So I'm going to go here, Stamp Off, and I'm going to go at a diagonal, starting at one corner. And I'm quietly thinking of this, so there we go. Now, for a few of them, I'm going to come in with that Mango Melody and just highlight, not all of them, but highlight a few. Oops, don't want to get it in the Petal Pink. Where is, I got to do a little, I don't want this little heart done. So I'm just masking it off because I want the, there. And then I'm going to do the same with this larger heart. I just want that bottom heart on top of that one. There we go. So like I said, oh, this one looks like it might need a little bit there. So there we go. So we've just highlighted a few of those hearts in the Mango Melody. Next, we do need some of this gorgeous, these gorgeous full hearts in, oops, I don't want that color. I want Fresh Freesia. I want to add a little bit of that Fresh Freesia to this palette. So let's move those aside. And I'm going to come in here, come like so, because I don't want it to look like the stamp. I want it to be a bit different. So here and there. And I like that white space in there. So there's that piece. This one is going to be those little ones I haven't used yet. We are going to use these little greenery pieces. There's one. So we're going to have used all of these stamp sets with these cards. All of them. Let me pick up a block. So I'm going to stick this one on this side of the block, that one on that side of the block, and this one needs, remove this so I have some flowers, and those are going to be in Fresh Freesia. But we need to do our soft sea foam next. So I'm going to come in full strength soft sea foam there. I'm going to turn it, do there. Now I'm going to come in with that other greenery and do some like right there and right there. Next I'm coming in with the Fresh Freesia And I'm going to bring that right there, right here, here. And I think I'm going to bring back my little hearts in that petal pink. I'm going to stamp off and do some wee little hearts very faintly in the background here. And that is our DSP. So let me close these up and we'll get this card going. And I know it's gone over the 30 minutes, but hey, we've done 3 cards. And I want to make sure my little hearts don't get on anything. So let's take a look at our DSP. I'm going to flip this over so you really get to see what we created. There you have it. So we made our own DSP, and I told you we are going to use, we are going to outline that heart, but we're going to use that one. So let's get the outlining of this done. I'm just going to bring this in, and we have this great, yikes, not the petals, this great outline stamp. We could choose to do that. We're going to use black memento, and we're going to use memento for our sayings. So let's open the memento. It's just going to give it, really make it stand out. So I'm trying to do this and not get my head in it at the same time. I'm really going to like this. I can already tell. Yes. Really makes that stand out. All right. So let's glue our pieces together on our card base. So we know this one is larger, but we are going to leave that bit of a border in here, and you're going to see why, because I'm going to bring in a different piece of ribbon. All right. Leaving our little 1/8 of an inch border between our pieces. We could use the soft seafoam ribbon, but I don't want to. I think with outlining that heart in black, it leaves way to bring in this ribbon that's in the main catalog that I absolutely love. And I think it will really add. So I told you that one extra heart that I punched out, we are simply adding it to the back. I'm not going to let it go to waste. It's just going to make my little heart there stick out more. As I get stuck on the dog blanket, pulling my cart. So this is the gingham ribbon, which many of you have seen. So I'm thinking, oh, definitely. I'm even thinking we may need to line it with a bit of black. Behind there would really make this card stand out. Do I have any black cut? No, but I will cut a piece here quickly. I just don't want glue on it. So let me just measure to make sure. This is at 3.5. So we're going to go 4 by 5 1/4 with basic black. So 4 right there, 4. It will really make it stand out. By 5 1/4. Put that back in its file. And now we can use this gingham ribbon. So I am going to, do I want to go this way and that way? I'm going to just go around and make a bow. So we are just going to get our, this is beautiful ribbon. It's It folds nicely. It makes great bows. It's probably the only ribbon that I have definitely used. I'm going to put the bow not right here. Not sure exactly how I'm going to put the card on there, but we'll see in a minute. I think I want it to go like so. Nice big bow. I'm going to pull my two ends together and snip them at the same time, and that makes them even. So, oh my gosh, yes, and I want it to go right. I'm going to need a glue dot. I want one of these large ones just to secure my dot right where I want it. So I know that it's not going to wiggle out of how I turn my bow. Oh, so darling. Love it. Oh. Okay, this one is going to probably be my very favorite. And when you pop it on that black, yowza, gorgeous. Oh, okay. So we're going to add liquid glue. Pop it on black. Oh, so happy with this card. So we are going to pop this now on our card base. You know, it even stand out better too if it was on like fresh freesia card base. Do I dare? Let's see. Fresh freesia. I think I have one in here. Let's see. Or is that a card base? No, this is just a card front. Let's do that. Yes. Fresh freesia. Oh, sometimes y'all I love paper crafting. I absolutely, I need to add more glue because it's drying up. Because it didn't want to slide. So I'm adding it just to a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. And that is just going to go directly on top of my white card base. Which I'm going to stand this up now so that I get it right where I want it. All right. So next, I don't think I'm going to use, well, I might. Not sure yet. Oh, do I want, I think I just want to do, maybe I do a black punch. Let's see. I'm finding that my soft sea foam bit is not conducive to the design, but you can't blame somebody for trying, right? So let's see if that, like a postage stamp, maybe we don't need the petals after all. And then I wanted on this one, where's my other saying? Just wanted to say I could do that down here. I'm not sure now. I'm getting stuck. Do I just want to do the hearts? That is really pretty and sweet. Because these little leaves of mine are getting kind of lost. I wanted originally to do a flower. I might have to punch new, wish they had done an outline for that little heart. That would have been sweet. Really made a difference. Can I make my own outline? Let's see. I know I'm running over and I do apologize, y'all, but I need this to be right. So give me a second. So I'm just taking a Sharpie I have, kind of Sharpie. It's a permanent, it's an archival pen for scrapbooking I have. I'm just outlining my heart, covering up all that white bit. Take it off the white and I can see the white pieces better that I don't want on here. There. Now it will go. Now I probably should do that to the green petals. Now it stands out. Okay, now to do it to the green petals. Let's see if I can do this. So I'm just taking this. You need something to write on. Doesn't work well in your hand. Only thing is now I'm going to get it on my Stampin' Pierce mat when I go off, and I inevitably will go off. If there is a will, there is a way to do this. Almost like outlining an eyeball. Talking makeup wise, you use eyeliner, black eyeliner. That's kind of what this reminds me of because of the shape of the petals. Now let's see what that looks like. I don't have to use them if I don't like them. Okay, I don't like those. I do like my heart. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, that's going to be it. That will work. All right. So I'm going to glue this black rectangle one down. Right about there. Then I'm going to take the soft seafoam one. All that just to decide on something totally different. Like so. And this is going to go up on dimensionals. Here we go. Need at least 3 to hold this heart on there. So pretty. And do I want to add the other heart? I kind of do. But do I want it up on dimensionals? Why not? So one of these for down here. And then we need to decide on some bling, and I wish I had some black. I'm going to stick it right over that one. I really, really like this card. Oh my gosh. But bling is going to be a question. We're going to go ahead and use the same bling I had before. So one on the wee little heart right there. We're going to go a medium one there and a wee little one. See, that just looks off to me. There. So now I got 3 on there. So our 3 cards. Oh yes, just wanted to say we can stick all of that on the inside of this card. We can do it all on the inside. And we're going to do it all in black memento. Just wanted to say, and I have ink on my hands. Look at that. Happy Valentine's Day. And then we're not going to leave yet. We're going to put this heart right there. Gorgeous. So that is I'm going to get some hand sanitizer for my hands real quick. For that black ink I got on there. That is my third card, and probably my favorite of the 3 we made today. So let me bring them back in. And I'm not doing envelopes because I'm going to start using the clear envelopes to show off the cards I make when I mail them. So the DSP shuffle, different techniques, different ways to make your DSP. But to be honest, that black and white gingham ribbon just really make this card here pop. This is soft and subtle and delicate, and this is like a wow. So I would love to know what you all think. Which one is your favorite card? And I hope you give it a try, the different ways of cutting your DSP up for this style card and using all that great paper, especially here at Celebration. And I hope you come back and visit me in my Wonderland. Please, please give me a thumbs up, as it helps YouTube to show my videos, more of my videos, to new people. And it helps me out greatly. And I will see you back in my Wonderland. Bye-bye now.